Good afternoon, good evening, folks. Welcome to the 2021 USBC Senior Masters final round of qualifying for today. We're bringing in the A squad bowlers are coming in to bowl the double burn. We're going to get an opportunity to check out some incredible bowling today, including Tom Hess, who bowled the biggest block yesterday, coming back from the fresh. Now he's going to be bowling on the double burn. We'll see if he's able to build on the momentum he had coming into this block. Had an opportunity to have him on earlier in the day, and we'll see if Tom can build on that wonderful block total. But right now, Walt Blackson is going to be in first place after another solid day on the lanes. He just finished up the burn squad previously, but we're going to take you guys out to the action go here. But I'm going to bring in a very special individual, Mr. The bowling guy himself, Jason Thomas. How are you, sir?
A very special individual. That's very nice of you to say.
Hey, it's true though. It's a true.
Thank you.
So here we are at the double burn. You got a lot of players that like this. You got a lot of players that are. This is the kind of one they're licking their chops here. What do you expect to see today?
Yeah. Well, there are some players that have a lot of very high hopes for the double burn, but yesterday on the double burn, it wasn't that easy. So, I think there might be some players that are going to be disappointed with what they see. I feel like the morning squad here today started a little bit further left, the righties, that is. So we may see a little bit more friction, a little bit more defined friction. So maybe they will be happy, but got some legends on this squad. You got Parker, you got Pete, Tom Hess is
doing Tom Hess things.
Yeah, and I don't think he wants to finish this day not in the lead. So we'll have to watch him. He's over on 25 and 6. So we got a lot of great action to watch. Let's get full screen and get right into it.
Yeah, we're going to be coming in 21 and 19, 20, 21, and 22. Going to bring you the action. These are our featured pair for the day. You get the scores and all the updates you need. If you go to bowl.com, check out all the valuable information, including live scoring today. Also want to give a shout out to everybody joining us on Bowl TV. Hope you guys are doing well. Excited for a wonderful block of bowling, and of course enjoying the company of our Bowl TV community. If you're not a part of that community, you are missing out. But thank you guys. And what are you looking forward to most in this block? What bowlers are you keeping an eye on? And who do you think is going to make the big charge here? You got Doug Kent on this squad as well. Lots of quality bowling. Hugh Miller right here on 21 and 22, getting us kicked off here with looking to start his day off with 3 in a row.
Yeah, Hugh didn't have a great start to the tournament, and we did see Walter Ray make a nice run today. You asked me who I thought would turn it around today.
100%.
Walter Ray shoots 137 over. He gets himself to 71. He was kind of hovering around the same zone with Hugh Miller yesterday, pretty far back in the field. Hugh minus 67 to start the day, and off to a great start with the front 3.
Yeah, it comes out, throws a really solid strike. Hugh is, Hugh's one of those guys. He's not going to panic. He knows he's been around long enough to know how to keep focused and bowl in the big spot. So it's going to be fun to see him kick off this block here on the featured pairs. Obviously, you have access on Bowl TV to pairs across the house. We're covering 7 through 36. So some excellent coverage here at the Masters. Excuse me, correct that. I'm going to give you a bonus pair here, 37 and 8 as well. So we're covering this event pretty much almost every pair there, Jason.
Yeah, we've got 32 lanes of coverage.
So you'll be able to follow your player, who you're rooting for. Uh, Follow your player across the house, and when they're not on those pairs, again, you can check out the live scoring as well. Make sure you're staying up to date. Got some strike strength strung on this 19 and 20 to start. Hugh Miller coming in with the four bagger. To quote Emil Williams Jr., bang.
Yeah, yeah. And John Chauvinek with the front three.
Yeah.
So lefty's bombing them early.
Come on, lefties. Well, this is gonna, the lefties have got to think, hey, this is the squad that I got to make a move on, because they get a little transition here. They can maybe create some friction and not bowl on so much of the fresh all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. All three players on this pair left-handed.
Dude, that's an odd draw right there.
It is. I wonder if they like that.
I think it's a double-edged sword. It would seem it could really actually benefit them at times, but if one of the players is maybe not playing them as well, it could create some problems.
It's kind of like the guy at the blackjack table that's hitting on 16.
Or no, the one that's staying on 16 when they're showing a face, and then hitting on the 14 when they're showing a 5.
Yeah.
Like you just want to.
Yeah, and they get the ace that you needed.
Yeah, and then they take the dealer's bust card. Since we are in Vegas, we can use these analogies, right?
Yes, of course.
I like playing third base on the old blackjack table. It's my wheelhouse, because I'm always going to take the card when I need to. Not afraid. Hugh Miller trying to take his 5-bagger right here.
For a full house.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shake and bake. And he struts it off there a little bit, JT.
Yes, he does. Now, I normally don't do this, Curtis, but watch what happens here with Mike Webb on lane 20. Watch this hit. What?
Come on, no.
What?
I think we just switched bodies there. That looks like a Curtis Von Kruger hit right there.
What the heck was that?
That pin moved a good foot.
And the messenger coming off from the wrong direction, moving the 4-pin over. And it refuses to fall.
It's like in the 4 3/4 pin. I don't even know what you'd call that. It's like in front of the 7 spot, but to the left of the 4 spot.
Mike Webb's like, what do I got to do to strike here?
Come on. Yeah, you ever pop one out of the gutter and it stands back up on you?
Yeah, I shot 279 with that.
Yeah. Oh, that had to make you feel great.
It was fun. It was like 5-bagger and then high flush with the 2-pin cartwheeling across the deck. Hit another pin that was flying off the right kickback, which stood it back up in the 10-pin spot.
Oh, heck yeah.
Made it went off the sheet for 279.
Hey, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. You know what? At least if you're going to leave the pin, at least do it in an exciting fashion.
It was exciting.
Get the
Throwing a crush R.
I love that ball.
That
was a great ball.
Yeah.
Crush R. Very popular ball back in the early 90s. Yeah. That was a good time in equipment, ebonite equipment there.
Oh yeah.
Ebonite was pretty darn good at that point. Got to get this pin cleared off for Mike. He's at least he's had a ton of time to sit there and stew about it.
Yeah. Well,
there we go.
We've had some very odd hits this week. The kickbacks are very, very, very lively here.
Yes.
And I had mentioned this a number of times in the chat. Unfortunately, Nick Hoagland, hadn't been in the chat at any of the times, and that's front six for now for Hugh Miller. And so I texted him, and I said, "Why are the kickbacks so lively here at Samstown?" And Mike he didn't quite know how to shoot that 4.5 pin,
No,
4 3/4 pin, so misses it on the left.
And when you freeze out like that for a good few minutes, and you're just sitting there staring at it.
A little bit. It's like, well, okay, I know how to shoot a 7 pin. I know how to shoot a 4 pin. How do I shoot a 4.5 pin?
Yeah.
But yeah, so there were a couple reasons Nick texted me back as to why the kickbacks are so lively here, and one of them is really interesting because I remember bowling at the Showboat a lot.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you could throw the biggest messengers at the Showboat. Like, you could throw messengers that would hit the wall 3 or 4 times, like crazy messengers.
Yeah.
Like, I remember John Gaines on, I think it was a high roller show, and he threw this messenger that came back and hit off 3 walls.
Wow.
It went from the left sideboard to the right sideboard and then back to the left sideboard again. And he just came back, and he had an RF mic on, and he said that was large. But at the Showboat, you could crack messengers off the kickbacks. And so I always loved bowling there because I never cracked messengers anywhere. And I was like, I'm Showboat, I'm going to crack some messengers. But he said a couple reasons, and this last reason is it made me go, oh my God, that's why Showboat was like it was. Basically said new equipment, that the AMF machines and the kickbacks were put in the early 2000s, so they're not that old. A lot of bowling centers that were built in the 50s, 60s, 70s got these old kickbacks that are just shrapnel.
Got A2s in there, just been chugging along for 50 years.
Yep. And so he said that's one reason. Second reason is that he said the HPL heads, the lane panels, were replaced, which allows the ball to store more energy. The ball doesn't burn up as fast, and the ball has a lot more energy going into the pins, so it's hitting the pins harder. And then the last reason, here is the reason why Showboat flew so much off the kickbacks. He said it's September in Vegas. There's no humidity.
Zero humidity. Wow. Zero humidity. So it's humidity. I guess it's the viscosity of the air.
Yes.
That's incredible.
So that was Nick's answer. I tend to trust Nick. Whenever you go to Kegel, right? And no place flies as much as Kegel. And there's it's not exactly a dry place.
No.
Right? But the reason they fly there is because they have reinforced kickbacks, reinforced with steel.
Oh wow.
Right? And so it's like the thing is built in bedrock. And the pins just fly off the wall there. But here, it's because of the humidity. The kickbacks are very, very dry. When the pin hits the sidewall, it's not splattering and sending droplets of water. But yeah, that was the explanation, and I'm sticking to it.
That's your story.
Yeah.
Oh man. Nikki always got the deep dive information there for you.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. Absolutely love it. But they're so lively that I'm not sure if I've decided yet if it's helping carry or making it more difficult to carry.
Huh. Well, I saw somebody leave a 5.8
in the pocket.
I believe so.
Ooh.
It was Walter Ray.
What?
Yeah. Yes, sir. It was not today. It was definitely yesterday.
Hugh Miller with another strike, front 7. So he could very quickly be going from -67 to plus.
Yeah, it's looking like a real possibility. Great way to start. Great way to start.
Miller can go on a tear and shoot some incredibly sick scores.
I would agree with that. Hugh Miller is a clutch, perennial great bowler.
Yeah, I mean, I bowled a bunch of regionals with him in Seattle where, he'd shoot 400 or 500 over for qualifying for 12.
He's been really good for a very long time. Again, one of those very, straightforward games.
Yeah.
I hate to call any game like simple because no high level elite game is simple, but it's very straightforward. No frills.
Yep.
And he has a ton of tricks in his bag, and he just can get it done.
Yeah. No, he's an outstanding player, and I think one of the things that made Hugh such a great player over the years, we've been talking about fitness a lot this week with Amleto, but Hugh Miller was a big time fitness
Absolutely.
guy.
He had guns.
Oh yeah, and he had very strong legs. He did a lot of biking and hiking in that
Good
Seattle
knee bend.
area. If you've ever been to that area, it's very hilly.
Oh yeah.
Terrain, and so he used that to his advantage. And we've talked about leg strength being so important in bowling. And Hugh Miller's got some of the best footwork and solid finishes that you'll see in the sport.
Yeah, he posts it. He's not falling out of things. He's good, strong balance and core. Gonna have to make up a little run here.
Hey guys, we got a special treat for you. One of our favorite people, guy who's been bowling the tournament this week, and absolutely one of the great guys. USBC Hall of Famer Timmy Mack is going to join us. Timmy, how you doing, buddy?
I guess you can kind of call it I'm bowling the tournament. I'm making up one of the 270 entries right now. I've had a kind of a whirlwind couple of weeks, but we're just first off, hats off to the USBC, Chad Murphy and his entire staff. I mean, look at the amount of entries that are in this tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, it's full. We go through. We're in lovely Samstown, which I used to call Tim's Town when I was a decent bowler. I love coming down the escalator here because I've had a lot of success over the years
Trump
in the building.
Coming down the escalator at Trump Tower.
Yeah, well, I don't know if
Tim's Tower.
Yeah, I used to call me and my friends. I call Tim's Town. But right now it's anything but Tim's Town. Got off the slow start yesterday.
Yeah, what's been going on? How are you doing physically? Is that been causing you any issues, or what's been going on with your?
I mean, listen. I'm not trying to make any excuses or anything, but I'm struggling a little bit health wise, but when you shoe up, you shoe up. So, I do know that a lot of guys at this age have some bumps and bruises. I'm not looking for any brownie points, I can tell you that. But I just I've been struggling with my shoulder, and unfortunately, I was able to bowl the senior tour this year. It's turned 50, which has been a lot of fun. Bowl a couple of events, and went back and saw my doctor, and both my rotator cuffs on both shoulders are torn in the common areas, and they're fraying. And then I have some severe arthritis. I need actually both shoulder joints replaced. I'm trying not to do that so I can find another way to be able to try to compete. So actually I bowled the US Open last week in California, and I had to pull out them. I actually had to, what do you say, DNF, I guess?
Yeah.
I had to DNF my first tournament in my career. And that's a tough pill to swallow because I'm used to giving everything I got, but my right arm wasn't working. So when I couldn't brush my teeth, with my right hand, it's hard to throw a ball. So unfortunately, I DNF, but fortunately I did, during this try to make my comeback, I've tried to change my swing and lower my backswing, and the whole new timing mechanism. So it's I had been having some moderate success on my way back. I had 4 for 4 in my first 4 events on the senior tour, and that was fun. With 3 finals, and then I then bowled the U.S. Open, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. So I was able to get a injection of a massive amount of cortisone and I don't know whatever concoction of drugs they put in there, and for the first time in 7 years, I've really had no pain on my shoulder, which is wonderful. And even after 10 games, I feel very good physically right now. But the problem is, the day one, I couldn't feel the depth of my swing. I used to be a big swing, high backswing bowler.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I have no pain, and my one shot, my swing would be 3 feet, a foot higher than the other. So I saw, after watching some video of myself, I'm like, "Whoa, that's not too good." So, it's been a battle. You couple that with the extreme challenging lane condition out here. I think it's Nick Hoagland, didn't he?
Yes.
Nick doesn't like people to hook it. I hope he doesn't. I'm going to say that because he missed it. He missed the head pin one shot in league back in 2009. He cost us the doubles pot at Hindle Lane. So I hope he's listening.
Okay.
But I love me some Nick Hoagland.
Yeah.
But you have to play straight. You have to play straighter through the front. There's no secret out there, and the guys that are doing that, are having the best success this week.
Yeah. We saw you bowl yesterday. And bowled a 180 something with really 3 shots at 210 basically. But it was a pretty good game.
Yeah.
What was it about, is it a physical thing? What's causing, the 210s?
Well, first off, it's angles, and the length of my swing yesterday was was long. I didn't feel any pain, so all of a sudden I'd get a little high, and then I'd get a little late, and I try to save it at the bottom, and I couldn't. I split quite a lot, but not as much as I did today. I split 15 times today in 5 games, and I actually had a thought process to focus on keeping my swing a little bit lower so that I could keep my ball in front of me a little bit more, which I did a much better job at. And other than the one game, I actually was okay. I had 240 the first game with 2 splits. I had 214 the second game with 2 splits. Third game, I had 6 splits for 139. That's not a very high score. It's not a high score. And then I made the turn. I came down to the end, and I shot 240 again. And then I left a 710 and another 2 more splits the last game for 168 or something. So the good thing is, because the lane condition is so difficult, and I did bowl 1,000, for 5-game block, I don't need a home run tomorrow, and I'm on the fresh tomorrow. I've got a game plan. I know Chad doesn't like this, but I'm going to come out with urethane tomorrow, and I'm going to have my Scotch-Brite pad for Chad, and I'm going to give urethane a look. First game he did, but the guy that used it, and if you look at the scores, if you go back up to the top 5 right now and look at Chris Warren, who's a former Masters champion, right there, his second block, he used urethane and shot 114 over. If I do that block tomorrow, I'll make it easily, because I'm only 70 under, and I think, based on what we're seeing, I think the cut's going to be around 10 under.
Sure.
That's what it looks like.
And do you feel like, assuming you get there, urethane might be a good play in the matches?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think, listen, notoriously over the years, the Masters pattern gets flatter in the middle, and that's why Norm Duke, I think, has made 17 shows in the USBC Masters and the regular Masters. And he's so good. Well, let's be honest, he's great on everything.
Good, in
but
general.
but when he gets that feel, and he he gets his hand in the right spot and his angles in the right spot, he's dominant. So is Walter in this event, and so is Chris Barnes has been great, in the USBC Masters event over the years, because he's versatile and can get it up the lane and throw it up the lane. So I think you have to be, you have to have your angles, because tomorrow they'll be even a little more flat in the middle of the lane, and you got to be smart. You got to bowl smart, and you got to not split. You got to fill frames. You got to not split. I bowled good enough today to shoot 70, 80 over, but your 15 splits in 5 games is 3 a game. That's not good.
Right.
So,
all right. Well, I think we're gonna get there.
Listen. I'll be straight honest with you. I feel okay. I'm going to go back to San Francisco. I don't know what they put in my shoulder. If I want to bowl good. I don't I don't bowl that much anymore, and I'm trying to do a little bit of bowling out, in these events because I'm really bowling not knowing whether it's going to be my last shot or not, and I don't know if we had that on video, but did you see Victor Meyerhoff just post that shot on lane 22? Straight posted it. We're a little delayed here. I'm sorry.
Delayed, so
I'm sorry, guys. I got all excited because
okay.
watched my best friend bowl, but if you can get a bet in right now, I bet that Vic Meyerhoff goes 10 back here, guys. So, flower shirt. He's my best friend. So look at it, posting it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 10 back.
That was like the Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't jump.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
If I can do that tomorrow, I'll be all right. But listen, it's the Masters. It's not supposed to be easy. And from what I understand, I worked a lot of these in the previous years. This is by far the hardest master shot, USBC Senior Master shot I've seen in a while. I don't know what previous cut scores were, but I can't recall a Masters cut score being as low as we see today.
Well, we're done with game one here, so we're going to sign off on Facebook Live and the Bowl TV YouTube. You want to hang out for another game?
Yeah, I'll hang out right here. Hang out right here.
Sure. Okay, great. Well, we're going to sign off on the Facebook channel and the Bowl TV YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to check out the rest of this block and the rest of the tournament, please go over to bowltv.com. You can hang out with me and Tim. We're going to talk a lot of bowling, maybe tell some stories.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how you and I, when we bowled for a living, how stressful it is because we both have no hair anymore. So
we might have another story about why mine fell out.
Yeah.